You are now about to be a willing victim of the Odysseus effect.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Alright, here we are, round 2, or second take I should say. I always think everything's a fight. Alright, welcome, I welcome you all to the Odysseus effect. I'm sure your first question is, who is Odysseus? Or what is the Odysseus effect? All of your questions will be answered soon. But first, a word from our sponsors. Yeah, so I don't have any sponsors because nobody's going to support this bullshit. But if I did, this is where I would sell my soul for money. So if you have a product and you would like me to advertise it, give me some cash and I will put it right here. Alright, back to the topic at hand. The Odysseus effect. Odysseus is just a play on words. My last name is Otis. My name's Tyler Otis, for those of you who don't know. TK Otis. Check me out. I'm the shit. I am shit. I think, therefore I am. I'm nothing. Okay. I'm crazy. So, we've established that. Odysseus. Odysseus was lifted from Homer's The Odyssey as the name of a character, and it kind of sounds like my last name, Otis. And if you were to, like, type my name and then bang your head on a keyboard, you might get something like Odysseus. So, that's why you're getting what you're getting. Now, sorry, I was distracted there for a second. iPad kind of fucked up. I didn't know if it was still recording. Alright, so, all of you out there, how are you? I'm good. I'm alive. And that in and of itself is pretty fucking amazing. Now, you're asking, well, why is that amazing? Everybody's alive. Everybody's alive, Tyler! Fuck you! I'll make you not alive. I'm just kidding. That was a death threat. To a made-up person. In my head. I threatened to kill myself. Just kidding. I'm not suicidal because I am too much of a pussy. Alright. So, most of you know who I am, at least. If you know who I am, you know my life up to probably until I moved to Colorado. And so, you might be saying to yourself, what's up, Tyler Otis? What have you been up to? What's the 411 on your side of the forest, or fucking street, or woods, or you can't see the box because it's heavy and it's on your head and you're dead? Any hoot, what have I been up to? Alright, well, since I made a last public statement, I would say it was my cry for help to gather money to move to Colorado. So I'll start there. Moved to Colorado. Got a job. Got housing. Everything was amazing. I worked on a mountain at the peak of the Rockies. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Breckenridge, Colorado. The Peak 8. I worked outside. I worked on a roller coaster on a fucking mountain. I was a carny in the Rockies. Getting paid. It was tight. But here's where things get a little convoluted. Okay, so I worked for a company which was providing me both my job and my housing. And this is a nationwide company. So they follow federal law. And I don't follow any laws. But I wanted to work for this company in the state of Colorado. Now, the state of Colorado has some laws that I like. For instance, they are pro-marijuana. So that attracted me to that place. I moved there. I get there. I smoke marijuana. I buy that shit at a store with barcodes on it and receipts and taxes and a bag and thank you for your business, and it was fucking awesome. I loved it, and that's how it should be, even though it's a plant and I should be able to just grow it up out my fucking yard. If I can't have it that way, please at least sell me the shit and tax it. God, government. Anyway, back to Colorado. So I'm in Colorado, smoking weed, going to work, having fun. I come home one day, and there is already a party started at my house. It's not just my house. I share it with 3 other people. So that is not, I'm not mad, you know, it's like, whatever, okay, cool, this is what's going on, we're smoking and drinking, alright. Party gets going, and my friend here, who's, I'm gonna name Devin. Devin's not his name. A lot of you guys out there might know who Devin is, and you'll be able to piece this together once I tell you what Devin did. But there's Devin and Alyssa. And there's Devin and Alyssa. Devin's my old friend. I've known Devin longer than I've been in Colorado, okay? Devin's my good buddy. Excuse me. What I'm doing right now is snuff. Do you know what snuff is? Snuff is a tobacco that you snort. It is actually a powder. I'd never seen it before in my life till I bought it, but it is a fine powder. It is a brown, ground up to a powder, like cocaine, tobacco. And you take a pinch out, put it on that little webbing in your hand, and then it burns a little bit, lets you know you're alive. Anyway, alright, got my fix. And I got my chai latte here, yeah. I want a chai latte with a little bit of mocha and skim milk, and make sure you pulverize the unicorn and put it in there too. It's not asking too much, is it? Anyhoot, I went home. I'm trying to think of where it was exactly in the story. And, okay. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a fucking loser. Okay. So I come home, there's a party going on, and everybody gets too fucked up. We all get too fucked up. And I have to kick Alyssa and Devin out because of some other shit going on. I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't have a lot of time. But I kick them out. They get butthurt about being kicked out. They come back in. When Devin comes in, he's got a rock in his hand, and he approaches me from behind, swings it around my head, crushes my skull, gives me a brain injury, I was about to say puts me in a coma, but I wasn't in a coma, gave me a severe concussion and broke my nose. I wanted to say put me in a coma because it seems like a coma is like a period where there's something before and after, and there's a difference. But this happened instantaneously. I guess it was a 5-minute coma. I was unconscious for 5 minutes. I'm permanently changed as a result of that, whatever you want to call it. I don't like labels. You'll learn that about me. Anyway, moving along. So, I take that fucking lump like a man. I don't tell the cops shit, because I ain't a snitch. I don't tell the hospital shit, because I ain't a snitch. I tell work that I got attacked. And they say, oh shit, look at you. Your fucking face is swelled up like the fucking moon. Yeah. Okay. Don't work for a week because your face is fucked up and you will scare the kids off this mountain. They didn't say that exactly, but that's what they were getting at. So, I'm laying low. Anyway, I go back to work. I have a seizure while I'm at work. And I didn't like it, obviously. Nobody's pro seizure. But I kept it to myself because nobody saw it. Because I was in a shed. And I didn't want a big deal to be made. And, so yeah. A couple weeks go by, nothing's going on. I haven't seen my friend Devin since he hit me with that rock. And I'm starting to get pissed off because I'm going through post-concussion syndrome and having a seizure, and I don't have any health insurance, so I know I have a brain injury, but I don't know of any way to fix it. So that pissed me off. So that was kind of a catalyst. So I go to work, and I'm all pissed off, half retarded with a swollen head, and I go, hey guys, I've been having seizures. Fucking dumb. Don't ever, or I shouldn't say that, because, yeah, I don't know. I end up getting fired from this place because they don't want to give me health insurance. But the reason I got fired was because there was weed in my system. And there's weed in my system because it's fucking legal there and they sell it on the corner and everybody smokes pot. But if you get in any kind of a fucking situation, they use that against you. That's like they're out. So they can just wipe their hands clean of any fucking thing they want. Pretty bullshit if you ask me. But yeah. So I go to work, start bitching at these bosses. His boss tells his boss. They tell somebody who tells somebody. Eventually, I'm talking to the fucking head sheriff in town next to the head of security in Breckenridge. and they tell me that I am not allowed to go onto any property of blank company, and that I am barred for life, and blah 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 blah, and that I have 3 days to pack up all my stuff and get the fuck off their property. And I said, okay, 3 days. Actually, I had to ask for the 3 days. They said today, and I said, that's unreasonable and illegal. I signed a lease, and they said, okay, 3 days. So, that day, a little something you might not know about me. My name's Tyler Otis, and I am a druggie. So, I did drugs. I went and I drank a whole bunch of cough medicine. And I know I'm fucking like 27 years old, and it's like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. I guarantee whoever the fuck's saying that is way too coward to drink a fucking bottle of cough medicine of my choosing, because I'm a mental giant, and you're fucking Danny DeVito, and a bottle of Delsum will drown you in your whole fucking lineage. Now, with that being said, I drank this cough medicine. I mixed it up with kombucha. I thought it was like a tonic, like a potion, you know? Like, oh, a fucking trippin' fermented tea, kombucha. It's healthy with fucking Delsum in it. And then I went and what did I do? I just kind of sat around, and then I went and I bought some weed, and then I was trying to make the place look nice because I had to move out, and then I was up talking with my girlfriend. We were just yada yada yada. I believe we smoked a couple joints. We were laying on the floor. I think we were doing things that boyfriends and girlfriends do. And then after that, she retired to the bedroom, and I was left alone. And in my head, I was like, oh shit, I gotta return this jacket. That was the inception of some of this. Because they give you this fucking jacket. It's a Helly Hansen jacket. It's $250. If you don't return it, they just take it from your fucking bank account at the end of the season. And I was like, fuck you. You can have your fucking jacket. I don't want it. So, there I am, standing there, tripping on cough medicine. Everybody's asleep. And I decide that, sorry I'm being so hesitant, it's because I didn't know what I should say, because I'm about to start talking about crimes, but I already pled guilty to this, so I can be honest. I honestly don't know exactly what happened, because I had a concussion and I was super fucked up. But I remember I was in the shower, and I just remember something got fucked up. Like, I fell, or the shower curtain broke, or I broke the shower rod, or I accidentally broke something. And that was just like the catalyst for so I got out of the shower, but I said, you already broke the shower curtain. Why not break the building? Excuse me, I burped. Yeah. So, I got out of the shower, turned the shower off, left the bathtub running, turn the shower head off, leave the bathtub running, stop the bathtub, exit the bathroom. And from that point on, I started slipping mentally. Like, it was like, huh, like I at one point I thought the Joker had possessed me and told me to do all this fucking crazy weird shit. I don't know if it was just, looking back, I think it was the fucking devil, honestly. But yeah, so I was laying there while this fucking apartment's flooding, and then I decided to go wake up my roommates. After I picked up all their stuff off the floor, I wasn't a total asshole. I made sure that I wasn't damaging any of their property. I was only trying to hurt the company. And then they, what happened next? Yeah, the cops show up. That's a big fucking to-do. Downstairs, the fucking, these Asian immigrants were like, "Oh, what's going on? No, 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 no. Everything okay?" And I was like, "Oh, it's an accident. It's an accident. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here." But my roommate was like, "Sorry. My roommate thought it was a good idea to fucking flood the apartment." This fucking guy. First of all, nobody likes a fucking tattletale. Shut the fuck up. Secondly, I read your fucking 2-page police report. Thanks. Thirdly, I was in the wrong and I'm sorry. Plot twist. Okay, so, yeah. So, I'm like, fuck this shit. I gotta return this jacket. Remember? The jacket. Alright. So, I take my jacket and I walk several miles up a mountain. And I'm not exaggerating. I didn't take sidewalks and shit. Because there was a police force looking for me actively. So, I walked through the woods for miles until I reached the top of this fucking mountain. And as soon as I get there, it's a ghost town up there, where it's usually an amusement park. And I'm like, huh, that's funny. And I'm walking around, and I was gonna return my jacket, and I was gonna steal a walkie-talkie and use it to say something that I'm gonna say right now, actually, and this is gonna feel real good. I was gonna take the walkie-talkie, and I was gonna turn on channel 8 or 9, which was the one that all the managers and bosses used. And I was going to say, to all mountain activities, Dan Edwards is a big fat faggot and no one likes him. Over. And I wanted to say that over the fucking system and then put my jacket down and bounce. But before I could do literally any of that, cop pops out of nowhere, demands that I explain who I am, why I'm there, all this bullshit. And I, even though I'm crazy on drugs, have enough sense to know that I have the right to remain silent. So I don't say a fucking word to this guy. He says, "Identify yourself." I point to my name tag. He says, "You're Tyler," and then he puts me in handcuffs. And then I went to jail for 47 fucking days. So now, chapter 2, jail. Jail fucking sucks, alright? Jail fucking sucks. So, yada yada yada, jail fucking sucks. Yeah. While I'm in jail, I am doing a couple things. I'm doing yoga every day. I'm meditating every day. I'm reading the Bible every day. I'm becoming a better person every day. In every way. I've got a balanced meal, a schedule. I'm reading books, like not just the Bible, like I'm pumping through books, just taking in information, just loving it. I'm loving life except for the fact that I'm not allowed to go outside and I'm wearing these zebra stripes and next to me is this guy that's fucking weird and, you know, jail sucks. But besides all that, I'm fine. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, I'm in jail. I'm trying to figure out what's important enough to advance the story. So I met a guy in jail. I'm gonna call him Tom. Because if I said his real name, a bunch of like-minded individuals would surround me and empty bullets into my head. And if they didn't have guns, they would use baseball bats or brass knuckles or knives. Or there's really no limit to their violence. They're a very organized, malicious group of individuals with no concern for human life. I will, you know what, fuck them. I'll out the group, not the individual. Because I ain't a snitch. The fucking Aryan Brotherhood. These fucking neo-Nazis. So I meet this guy in jail. He's got fucking swastikas on him and shit. This dude is, I swear to God, this guy is 6'8", 300 pounds. Not joking. Not joking. And he's a guy who's used to getting what he wants. But I'm not scared of him. And I'm not saying I'm Billy Badass, like, you know, you can beat me up if you want. Not if I don't want, though. But what I'm trying to say here is I'm confident in my abilities, okay? I'm content with myself in the physical. My sensei, George Ney, shout out to House Martial Arts, what's up? George Ney taught me jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, and I have a background in wrestling, and everybody knows how to throw a fucking punch. And this guy's older than me, he's in worse health than me, so I think that I have an advantage over him in the physical. Everybody else is terrified of him. But for some reason, I'm not scared of him. And that intrigues him. And something about that makes him want me to join his team. So this whole time, he's trying to get me to come up under him. He wants me to, come on now. Yeah, just, he wants me to make a deal with the devil. I ain't having it. I'm just not having it. Nope, 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 nope. He tells me he's going to get me out of jail. He doesn't. He's a piece of shit. He's a lying fucker. So he gets out of jail, and then I go to court. I plead guilty just to get the fuck up out of there because I was like, fuck this shit. Alright, so I'm in jail. I go to court. I plead guilty. I get out of jail. Now remember at the beginning of the story when I told you my job and housing were tied together and how they fired me and kicked me out? And then the next day I went to jail? Alright, so they let me out. I've got exactly nowhere to go. Nowhere to be. Well, they say, go report for probation. To which I say, okay. I go to report for probation. They hand me a card. They say, your probation officer's gone for 2 weeks. She's on vacation. And to which I said, wee! I leave. I go directly to the bank. And I withdrew all of my money, which was, I believe, $172 or some shit like that. And I got some food and some drinks and some cigarettes and then some weed. And the only reason I didn't buy the weed first is because that's the order they were in on the street. And then I have the, I don't know what you want to call it, not epiphany, but the realization of, it's going to get dark, I'm going to get tired, where do I sleep? So, I just fucking straight up go to the woods and curl up in a ball. And then the next day, I wake up and I get out and I go to the bus stop. And there's this guy there, his name's Red. And I know from jail. I was in cell 6, he was in cell 5. Now, Red is kind of weird. He's a little older. He's like 40. He's about 40. He's got a drug problem. He's out on his own. He's homeless. Me and him were like in the same boat, pretty much. You know, what the fuck we gonna do? They just kicked us out. It's wintertime in Summit County. It's fucking, we're the top of the Rocky Mountains. And it's fucking cold, and I don't have any pants. Explanation. I didn't say that when I was with him. When I first got out of jail, I was in shorts because I got arrested in shorts because it was summer. When I got out, the first thing I thought was, I don't have any fucking pants. So, like, that was a concern. But yeah. So, we're in the woods, and he finds this teepee. A little stick fort. And, that ended up being my home for a solid month. It was my base of operations. It was my shelter. It protected me and saved... This arrangement of sticks literally saved my life. You wouldn't be listening to this podcast if these sticks weren't arranged in such a way. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah. I'm out there. I'm living. Red leaves after like a couple days. Red kind of sucked. He wasn't good at hustling. He wasn't good at like coming up on shit. He wasn't willing to take any risks. He sucked. So after I kicked him up out the stick fort, I was laying there. Now, okay, I'm trying to tell you guys. My buddy Devin, old friend from way back home, that smashed me in the face with a fucking rock and almost killed me. The reason me and him kind of got into a fight, it was like a power struggle, sort of. Like, we both thought we were the biggest dicks in the room. We were drug dealers. I don't give a fuck. We got plugged up on some acid. These people gave us some legitimate, nice LSD. Hundreds and hundreds of hits of it. And we were giving it out to people, we were selling it to people, we were just like spreading the love around. And a lot of you were probably rolling your eyes or blah 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 blah. Fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. You know what you're talking about? Or fuck you. So yeah. We're spreading all this acid around. Yeah, I went way back there. Because I had to plant that seed for some reason. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where we were getting that acid from. A group that... This is another group I'm about to put on blast. The Family. The Occult. They're not gonna like this shit that I'm gonna publish this and let other people hear it, but The Family, I don't know how else to say this. It's a cult, okay? The Family International, the Grateful Dead family, the Manson family, it's all the same. They are all a cult. They all lie. And they're all founded under a lie. The Family, the lie that they're founded under, is they're not a fucking family, you know? They're just not. It's not, like, the whole thing's a lie. Anyway, so I did a lot of research on this family. They're pretty crazy. They used to be called the Children of God, Teens of Christ, back in 1968. Then they changed their name to the Family. But it was an occult that was started, and it started kind of good with the Bible. I mean, can't go wrong with the Bible. But, like, I mean, life is what you make it. So there's the Bible. And there's this thing called bridal theory, which is the theory that Jesus is the groom and you are the bride. So we're always Jesus' bitch. And this is where they start getting real weird. It's like, so Jesus is always with you. So, like, even if you're, like, masturbating, you're making love with Jesus. And if you're making love to your wife, you're having a threesome with Jesus. They think about all the sharing the love, spread the love, share the love. And it's wrong. Because if all these things were true, if they really were family, incest is wrong. Can't be doing that. You will have retarded children. So, these fuckers, literally, these fuckers are all over the fucking world, okay? Since 1968, I think there was like 13,000 of them then. And, yeah. I don't know exactly where I was going with that. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. Alright, so yeah, now you know where I am. I've introduced you to the family. Huge air quotes right there. Family. And I've introduced you to Big Tom, the neo-Nazi. 6'8", 300 pounds. Big Tom. Tomboy. Big Tom. Swastika. Okay. So, Big Tom and the family. So, I'm at the bus stop one day. It was something medical. I got poked in the fucking eyeball with a stick. Like, I was out in the woods taking a piss at night. And, I just stood up to go pee and took a small walk, took a couple steps, small tiny twig right into the eyeball. Ruptured my lens, which, Crystal Norman, if you're listening to this, it was right in the fucking same eye. I swear to God, I'll find you and I'll... Anyway. Yeah, so I got poked in the eye with this fucking stick, and it hurt so bad that I had to go to the hospital. When I'm leaving the hospital, there's this girl on the bus. Now, this girl, wow. Like, looking back on it and talking about it out loud, it was just so clearly bait. So this girl, she's 18, she's beautiful, she's hardly wearing anything, but what she does have on is all tattered and torn up, and she doesn't even have any fucking shoes. And she's walking around looking super confused, like literally turning her head left to right, waiting for someone to go, "Do you need any help?" She's walking up and down the bus like this. To which I said, "Are you okay? Where are your shoes?" To which she said, I don't remember exactly what she said. She sat down next to me and she was looking at me. And it's almost like she put like a spell on me. We were looking each other in the eyes. I don't know if there was a spell or what the fuck, but she tells me some fucking sap story. She tells me she's addicted to drugs and she needs help and she can't quit. And I said, well, you can quit because I was in your exact same shoes on your exact same drugs and I stopped, so you can too. And she goes, "Do you know my dad?" And I said, "I don't know." Her dad is Big Tom. Swastika. Come to find out, not really her dad. Sounds like family. Anyhoot. Yeah. So they baited me. And I found this rosary outside of this hotel, or not, the hospital. Right before I met her, I found a rosary. And it wasn't just like a rosary. It was like a fucking nice one. Every little bead on it had been handcrafted. You could tell. None of them were alike. the whole thing was heavy. It was like made of pewter or something. Like there was a face on the like. Ugh. It was a very nice rosary. And I picked it up and I put it on, and I got on the bus and I met that devil woman who baited me, who brought me to the man with the swastika, yada yada yada. But I just thought it was kind of crazy how I found that rosary literally moments before all of this happened to me. Okay. So yeah, where exactly was I? Yada yada yada, Tyler can't tell his own story. Maybe it's 'cause he's stupid. Maybe it's 'cause that brain injury. Maybe it's because he has ADD. 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 Plus. Plus means more. Gain. You can only gain if you're... I don't know. I was trying to tie these words together to move the story forward. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, she brings me to him. Now this guy, now that I meet him on the streets, I see what he's about. Big Tom is a pimp and a crystal meth dealer. And all kinds of bad things that you don't want to be. He is pretty much a guy that just takes advantage of other people for money. And then he'll come around and be an asshole to people collecting money. Anyway. Yeah. So, I'm starting to think I'm talking a little too much about myself here. How about this? I'll leave you at that little bit of a cliffhanger. I meet this fucking Aryan Brotherhood guy. I'll tell you, story gets way fucking crazier. Way crazier. Police get involved. Other people get involved. God gets involved. It gets deep. But I'm going to stop talking about that for now because I don't know if you're still interested. So if you want to hear about that, if you want to keep hearing the tales of Summit County, let me know. I'll continue the story right where I left off on episode 2. Moving along. Alright. What's going on in the world? What is going on in the world today? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? There's a bunch of shit going on, man. It's like, it depends on what your perspective is, what you take in as true. But like, you see this like Texas shooting and the Las Vegas shooting, and all this shit, man. Like, they're fucking, what the fuck ever, dude. I can't live in fear. The government is coming for the guns. And I know I sound like a paranoid fucking weirdo, but like, they are trying to divide us in every single way they can. It starts with Trayvon Martin and his black and white. And then, as you know, like, they choose, the fourth branch of the government is the mainstream media. That is the fourth branch of the government, literally. They control what you receive as news. And they control how it's spun. So, when they are all reporting the same thing, it's because it's part of the plan. And the plan is, we're fucked. That's the plan. We're fucked. So, yeah. I'm crazy. We're fucked. They want our guns. This is my podcast. Yeah. America. What would George Washington do? I don't know. Fucking take it out on the slaves. I'm just kidding, that's fucked up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, they got Trump in office, and Trump is a hot button issue. Let me tell you how I feel about Trump. When I found out, and this is literally no exaggeration, the day after the election, I woke up, I turned on the TV, I saw the results. Donald Trump is the President of the United States of America. That news, literally, follow me now, literally, that news made me vomit. It literally made me throw up. I was shooken. Like it affected me. I was like, what? Didn't make sense. Nothing was fucking real. It seemed like everything was pretend. And I hated it. Now don't get me wrong, not for a second was I supporting Hillary Clinton. Not for a second. She is a hateful, dried up, mean cunt with a connect the dots of dead bodies from right now until the 70s. That didn't make any sense, but the bitch is evil, and when you get too close, you die. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, they made me feel like you gotta choose between these two guys, or a guy and a girl. Fucking call her a lady. I don't call her a lady. Because, I mean, she might have a catcher's mitt, but it's made of wood. Fucking old hard bitch. Anyway, yeah, so I was like, so Trump got elected, and I was like, no, this is the worst thing ever. I would have rather, like, just one fraction of a percentage at the time, one fraction of a percentage, I would have wanted Hillary over Trump. But now, hindsight's 20/20, baby. Everybody is awesome at correcting their past mistakes if no one knows about it, right? I support, not support, I'm, oh God, not support. What a terrible choice of word I almost used. I am, grateful that Trump's president, because he is not a politician. He's never done this shit before. It's like if we were all working at Burger King and they fired the chef, and some dude comes in and he's like, hey, All I know how to do is install Windows, but I am now your chef. And we said, okay, here's a spatula. And believe it or not, that first burger he made wasn't total shit. And by first burger, I mean this first year here. Like, I thought he would have done worse. Now you got North Korea barking over there, and that's a whole nother can of worms for a whole nother podcast. My North Korea conspiracy theories. But it's all connected. And I don't know. I feel like this is a good stopping point for the podcast. Even though it literally came out of nowhere. It just feels like it's about that time. What I would like to do right now is, first of all, if you're still listening, I'd like to thank you. Because that's pretty fucking cool. Awesome. And I would really like to ask you a question. And that question is, do you have any questions for me? That question is a question, is a question, is a question, is an enigma. We are all one, God is love. No, okay. No, but seriously, if you have any questions or comments, or if you just kind of want to debate / argue with me like adults, we can talk it out. Get a hold of me. You all know how to do it. TK Otis. I ain't hard to find. Well, I am hard to find because this has all been recorded from an undisclosed location because I'm on the lam. Yeah, I'm on the lam. But yeah, I hope that somebody challenges me in some kind of way, or at least leaves a comment or question, and I can use that next time, I want to say weekly podcast? Who knows? I don't know. But I know that it is about to come to an end. So with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you for listening. I love you. Hey. I said I love you. What do you mean? Shut up, bitch. Come here. Come here. Just come here. Come here. Just, ah! 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 Oh! Wow, man. That got weird. I was trying to make it funny, but I couldn't think of a punchline that followed a woman screaming because that's not fucking funny. That went down a dark little avenue. I'm sorry. Ibbity, 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 that's all, folks.